the cost of mistakes investors make versus the cost of mistakes which a doctor would make is completely very different.
This is why this it's so important to talk about like healthcare with people outside of healthcare. Welcome to another episode of the Doc Suit. Today we have with us Jugal Choksi, a trailblazer in the Indian finance scene. And we have the privilege of sitting down with him and getting a glimpse of how corporate entities view and categorize the health of our very hospitals. Why do hospitals attract investments from banks and equity funds in the first place?
Anything to do with illnesses, accidents, births, and chronic care, they don't follow economic cycles. Long-term compounding is what investors look for. There are no business cycles. Government will never let you shut down. To the overall question of why even invest in healthcare, you want something which is mission critical in terms of demand, which is never going to go away.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the unit economics of a healthcare entity?
The biggest driver which impacts the profitability and hence the returns of healthcare investments is occupancy. So that's why we always break down the revenue by occupancy. So it will be number of beds you have into the occupancy that you are seeing on an average, and that multiplied by a term called RPOP, which is the average revenue per occupied bed.
Amazing. It's kind of like a hotel.
So how do you actually go about market discovery? Let's say India.
Single specialty hospital chains is a proven thing in India. Incredibly efficient unit economics because you only have the specific machines which is required for those procedures. Your size of the center or the hospital is optimized for the particular kind of footfall. And what that ends up giving better return on capital. Example, in the US now, insurance has a big play. They have a huge role in dictating how the procedures can be charged, how can you bill them, what is the price caps which can be approved, and even in terms of like patient experience. At the end of doing all the work of saying whether I talk to 50 people or I hired say 20 advisors, the question is, do I believe in it?